Degrassi!
Riley and Drew's rivalry puts the football team season in danger. We get the very first episode of So You Think Allie Can Dance and Casey's Mom What? I'm Carrie from DegrassiBlog.com and I welcome you to another edition of Degrassi, The Boiling Point.
Sure you're not your word next. She stole
You tried to get yourself
What did you
killed.
do to my sister?
This episode doesn't waste any time at all with Riley and Owen tying Drew to the flagpole right out of the gate. Drew's mom is pissed off and basically wants the head of whoever hazed Drew on a platter. But Drew doesn't tell anyone that it was Riley because it could cause Degrassi to forfeit their entire football season. In exchange for his silence, he still wants Riley to step aside. After spending like 20 minutes or so staring in the Degrassi Football Awards case, Riley decides to say screw it and claim his spot as Degrassi's starting quarterback. But that pisses off Drew's mom, who goes to the school board, who in turn tells Degrassi that they can't play until the situation has been investigated. That forces Riley to confess to the hazing, though he almost admits that he's gay to the entire team. Even though he doesn't, he at least acknowledges in his head that the reason that they were in that position to begin with is that he couldn't handle the fact that his teammates might not handle the fact that he's gay. This plot is weakened by the fact Riley is basically given a slap on the wrist by Degrassi standards with a 5-game suspension. I mean, they obviously can't suspend him for the entire season because he's playing football in the opening credits, right? But the good thing about the ending is that there's no happy, friendly, buddy-buddy conclusion between Riley and Drew. They're still rivals, and Riley's counting down the moments until he's QB1. And part 2 of this plot receives a B+. Now, Allie finally gets her dance crew started, and she recruits Bianca, one of the new characters this season. Well, it turns out that Bianca is a badass on the dance floor and wants to practice. But to Allie, this whole dance thing is just so she can be popular. Upon realizing that, the entire team quits on Allie. And once again, Allie is put back in her place, Claire Bear gives more advice, and we end up with a pretty entertaining dance party at the end. Though I thoroughly dislike Season 10 Allie as a person, I love how they're being consistent with her character development. And Bianca is impressive in her first appearance with more than 2 lines, and this plot gets a B-. In subplot number 2, Jenna thinks that Marisol is still trying to steal Casey away from her, and when Casey leaves his phone, she calls back the number that's been calling him so much recently. Well, it turns out it's Casey's mom, and she's out of jail. Casey's breakdown is starting already as Jenna loses his trust, and he doesn't even want to acknowledge his mom's existence. The plot in this episode does exactly what it's supposed to do. Set up for the very next episode, nothing more, nothing less. That's why it gets a grade of a B. Coming up on the next episode of Degrassi, The Boiling Point, Casey's mom returns, and boy, Casey might reach his boiling point faster than anyone else on the show. And also, Claire and Eli, are they going to finally get together? We'll find out on the next episode. And for the latest in Degrassi news, gossip, and more, you can always check us out online, DegrassiBlog.com.
Yeah.